tutorial on how to social media market articles. The article we're gonna talk on here is about the first of all is the article that we've done here for Sagebrush. Now this Sagebrush article appears in a publication called British Columbia Golf's The Scorecard, and the way that we market this one we were looking at there was on page 40. And if you go to directly to it and just type \40 at the end of this, up on the screen up here, you will go directly to that page. This is the page that we're going to market as the opening of this. So the first thing we're going to do is to make a bit.ly link for this, which is a shortened form of it so that it doesn't take up as much room, so when you post it to Twitter or Facebook or anything else, it's not as kludgy looking. I'll copy that, and then I go to bit.ly here, and I just click here, create bit link, paste my long URL in there, say that I want to customize it. In the case of this, we want it to be /DCGDM, which is British Columbia Golf Digital Magazine, 1605 -40 for the page 40. And then we just hit return on that, and that now is created. I can copy that now, and now go over to my article. And these are all Google spreadsheets. If you're not familiar with them, they will become so. This one here is called British Columbia Golf 1605. This is called the Master Control Google spreadsheet for this. It has a few different layouts in it, one of which shows the magazine with the ads and the articles. Then we have an article entry page where articles that we're going to use are posted. And then we have one called SMM, which is social media marketing. And this has a list of all the articles, with their page numbers. So this comes in here when we have an article that's assigned and has been created. Once it's been laid out in the magazine and has a page number associated with it, then it gets copied into here. So the one we're looking at here is the one that's on page 40, and we've now created a bit.ly link that goes into here. And we're just about basically finished with this. This is really a fairly simple process. We'd like to have a Twitter feed for this. These people do not have a Sagebrush has not opened yet, so therefore they don't have a Twitter feed or Facebook feed. So we're going to use their incomplete they're calling it sagebrushlife.com is their website name. So I'm going to use that instead. Normally I'd like to use a Twitter feed directly for like @Sagebrush. So I'll put that in here. And so now we have here, just to summarize, we've got a company name, the article, the page number, their level of importance, which means level of importance indicates the importance of doing social media marketing with this article. In this case, I did want to do a PDF as well. I haven't done it yet, but that's not a problem to send to these people. But we may do that, we may not. In here is where we copy paste in all of the links that we want to propagate this announcement of this article through. And they actually a lot of them can either come from a Google spreadsheet called BC golf courses. In this case, we have different golf courses where it has the golf courses information, and I just updated this today, so I'm going to indicate so. Note date updated. So I've updated this to include Scott Massey's information. And there's a whole bunch of information that goes across here, including the information about the golf course. We have another one called editorial contacts. And this is the one where we enter in information. So the one that we are looking at for people. So if we had contact information for Nick Taylor and had his Twitter account or email contact or text messaging or whatever it may be, that would go into here so that we're able to contact them. This is in the development stage. By the same token, it's sort of fairly self-evident what you put in here. So to summarize where we are right now, we've got our Sagebrush article. We've indicated level of importance. We've got our copy-pasted the Facebook links we want to propagate this to, the email addresses, that we want to send out this notification to, and the Twitter account that we want to send a message to as well. Now, these columns, all these columns here, actually have a whole whack of text. And so if I look at the first one here, if I just click on this first one here, it says, up here you can see it, article in British Columbia Golf's digital magazine. And the next one says an article with content relevant. So basically there's a whole bunch of text in each one of these little cells. And if I just drag all the way across here from here to here and go Apple C, and I now go to text edit and go Apple V, all of this text that was put in here is now pasted into this text edit file. Now I'm going to go Apple F to bring up what I want to do here. What I want to do is when you have a cell, it automatically creates tab separators. So this space here is a tab separator. Now, in order to create the correct characters to indicate, hey, find a tab, you actually hold the Option or Alt key down, and I hit the Tab key, and you see how that shifted over, and now everywhere where there's a tab in this, it's now highlighted. And I want to replace those, and I click up over here, and I want to replace those with, and I hit the Option Return key. And now what it's going to do, everywhere that occurs, is now turned into a hard return. And you can see that what was just a bunch of text is now sort of turning itself into something that we can actually edit quite effectively. I'll make it a bit bigger so we can see it easier. So this is supposed to be the subject in the email. And you can see here, the second line, an article from the company, blah, blah, blah. And I hit a delete, put some quotations marks, and turn this into a single sentence. And now we've, everything else here just remains the same, but we've also given them a suggested Facebook or Twitter post. Now, in the case of this, you see, this is supposed to be the Facebook handle, so that it just sort of says at whatever the hell they are. But in this case, we don't have that, so I'm just going to make this. I'm just going to actually just take this out, or I'll leave it as just sagebrush. And you see now. So now we've basically got this turned into a postable email. So if I copy this now, go over to my email accounts, hit compose, click there, Apple X that up to there. Now I don't have any PDF version, so I'm not gonna include that here. I'm gonna take that out of the reference to the PDF. And now I simply go back over to here to our editorial content. To British Columbia Golf. Click in here. Click up in here and go Apple A, Apple C, go back over to my email. Now when you send these emails out, send them out as a blind CC and simply send the first one to editor. Also, as a rule, we do include these to be CC to the salesperson involved. In this case, it's Jim Pattison. If you don't know that, it's not the end of the world if you don't do it. But see, now we have this complete email announcement email that is ready to go. At this point, we can just send this, but we can also, one more thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the suggested Facebook or Twitter post, and I'm going to use that elsewhere. And take that, hit send, and away we go. And we go back over to our feeds here, and I just click on them. If you scroll over these, I can get to and simply I paste in our suggested Twitter feed post and just hit post, bang. And now it's been given to Scott Massey, not just as an email, because he was one of the email list. He's also been posted there. Now I'm going to click on the Twitter feed, which in this case is, that comes, and I can send tweet to, and send that off to him. And we're now basically complete. We have now, in the space of fairly quick work, we've sent out a complete social media broadcast of what we've done. I'm going to do one more here very quickly. This is the cover story for this magazine. So we'll go back in the magazine, we'll go back to the very front, and you'll see this cover story is about our president, Patrick Kelly, and his article we can find out here is Patrick Kelly is on page 30. So if I go back over here to page here and type in /30, we will see the start of the article. Make sure that that is correct. That is where it starts. Good. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go to bit.ly. I'm going to create a bit.ly link, paste the long one in, custom version, BCGDM 1605-30, hit return, copy that, go back to here, paste that in here. And now this is one, by the way, that we could be posting also to our own British Columbia golf ones, and I'll leave that to Brian to show you how to do that. But that the Twitter handle here that goes for this could be should really be the British Columbia Golf Twitter handle, which I really don't have in front of me right at this moment, but I do want to include it, so I'm going to get it now. And that is easily done here, and there it is. So I'm just going to copy that and paste it into here. So we've now got our bit.ly link, we've got our article. We simply now take all of our text here, all of our that we want in our columns, copy that, go back to our text edit file, go Apple V, hit replace all. There, it's all fixed. We just put some quotation marks around there. I changed this twitter.com to be at copy that one here. Actually, let's take a hold of this. Copy, go over to here, compose, paste, Apple X, Apple V, go back over here, get our email addresses that we want for this. Copy, paste. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. Let's delete these. And the reason is because they're supposed to be. You should never send out a tube, because then other people are seeing other people's private email addresses. There is no commercial aspect to this. There's no advertising to be sold from this, so there's no reason to send it to the salesperson. This is now ready to go. Copy that because I'm going to use that for my Twitter and Facebooks. Hit send. Go back over to here and click on this. Post. And this one's too long. So we'll just delete that so that it gets down close. And that seems reasonable. Hit tweet, and away we go. That now completes this. I will change this to have some indication as to the fact that it's now been completed, and at some point I will go give a little more detail with respect to how we create and generate and keep the information that we create with respect to Facebook and Twitter handles. That basically covers this, and we will call this a complete tutorial now.